Welcome to my tarot card reading for Japan 2015. We all know that Abe decided not to hike taxes in Japan because Japan is technically in a recession. So because of that, I decided to do a video on Japan 2015 and see how everything looks for Japan. And let's start immediately with the introduction that we have. We have here, oops, there we go. We have Oya, we have the Sun, and Elegua. Elegua, the one that is right on the center of the crossroad, the one that knows and see what is coming from any angle. Oya, the one that rules the air, and she knows what is going to happen also immediately. The Sun, which is a symbol for me of the Trimurti, the Indian trilogy, Brahma, Krishna, and Shiva, where Brahma is the creator and the Sun is announcing creation. Creation of what? Oya is the one that is related with storms, especially hurricanes, tornadoes, typhoons, all that kind of stuff, that kind of wind, because she brings quick sudden changes, and that's what the tarot cards are saying. They are announcing that changes are coming to Japan that are going to enter like a tornado into the economy, the financial system, and what is going to happen is going to create a very interesting dynamic, and we need to pay attention to that. But that's what the tarot cards are announcing. They are all upright, and everyone thinks that because something is upright means that it is positive. Well, you need to also have in consideration the rest of the reading. You cannot isolate one card. That's very, very, very Virgo. You have to step back and be like Jupiter, like Sagittarius, and see the big picture. And the big picture is that it's not positive, the outcome. They're just announcing something new that is going to sweep Japan, and we need to pay attention to what it is. Okay, we have the rest of the reading here. We have the second part. We have the Nine of Wands representing Mars and Sagittarius. We have the Lovers, Mercury, Gemini, and the North Node. So again, the Lovers, that for me represents Gemini as well, has Mercury and the North Node. So the attention is related with decisions. For me, if you know the dynamic of the Lovers card, is all about decisions. Making decisions. Mercury is about the mind, the rational mind, studies, analysis, and then the North Node is just pointing that life is pushing into that direction of making decisions. Mars has an energy that is kind of impulsive, aggressive, and warlike. Sagittarius is all about laws, religion, spirituality, philosophy, and foreign affairs. So Mars, Mercury, so there's decisions that have to be made. Import, export, exports, highly probably going to be affected some way, somehow. The dynamic shows that there's going to be quick, sudden changes related with imports and exports in Japan. Mars is letting us know that decisions are going to be taken. These decisions are going to be quick, sudden, and abrupt. Okay? Quick, sudden decisions related with law, highly probable fiscal and monetary policies are going to be very quick, sudden, unexpected, and issues related with foreign affairs. There might be some friction That's the word that I'm looking for. Some friction there. We have to pay attention, and it comes to our minds China. So we have to pay attention what is going on here with the economy. Okay, but let's keep looking at the tarot cards. Okay, we have here the other part, the third part of the reading, and we have the Nine of Swords, the Five of Staff, and the Four of Cups. Notice that the Nine of Swords has a woman praying. There is a book on the floor representing the Bible, and she's praying. She's praying because she has a big problem. There is a sword hanging over her head, and it's going to kill her. So she's praying to stop it, and she did. She stopped the sword, but the sword's still there. In other words, it's suspended and not moving, but the problem has not gone away. And that's what is happening in Japan. They might have been able to veer a little bit, to curve around, or to stop or pause the big snowball, but the snowball's still there. You see what I mean? And that's what the Tarkers are saying. It also reminds us of what the Apostle Paul said in the Bible, where he said that he had a thorn in his flesh, yet he prayed to be taken away, but it never went away. And it also reminds us of the mythology of, I totally forgot what it is, of this guy that was sitting on his throne. Well, that's what he wanted to do, to be in the throne, and he did sat in the throne, but he had a sword hanging over his head, and he was very stressed about it. So it's about responsibility as well. And then we have the Five of Staff. The Five of Staff is all about, you see the hand, the bleeding hand, but this is about hard work. Then we have the Four of Cups, that is about news, message, annunciation, like the Virgin Mary and Gabriel. So we were going to start seeing news, messages, all this kind of stuff, that they're going to be working really hard to stop the problem. They're going to stop the problem, and they're right, they're going to stop the problem, but they're not going to eliminate the problem. The problem's still there. They're not going to fix it. In other words, we're going to get these messages about working really hard to stop the problem. And they might stop the problem, but they are not going to solve the problem. Two different things. So we're going to start seeing decisions taken regarding imports, exports. We're going to start seeing monetary policies, fiscal policies that are going to be established that are not going to solve the problem. They're going to leave it as it is. Okay? I'm not going to say more because the rest of the reading is going to shed more light. Okay, we have the big chunk here of the tarot card reading. Let's start immediately with the first trimester of 2015. And the first trimester is the Nine of Swords. Remember the other one? The girl praying? Well, we have again a lot of swords over the head of this person, but this time this reading is letting us know that there's going to be a lot of worried citizens. Everyone is going to be very preoccupied, worried, concerned about growth. So we have to pay attention to see what are the news that we are arriving, but it's a very concerning period, the first trimester of 2015. By the second trimester is letting us know that everything gets out of hand, loss of control. So that means that the market might turn bearish during 2015, the second trimester. We have to pay attention. Currency, all that stuff related with the market, exchange market, we're going to have to see how it plays out, but things are going to get out of hand. So we might see that that the market takes a deep dip. Okay, that's for the second trimester. By the third trimester, what we have here is the King of Swords. The King of Swords is upside down, and this is about the mind, sword. So this is a lot of confusion. Things are not very clear which way are going and which way are heading, and it's letting us know that the politicians and everyone is going to be very confused about what is happening in Japan. The King of Swords also represents Gemini, and Gemini has been here already in the card here that I show you, the Lovers, and this is all about decisions, but these decisions are not very clear. And what is happening when we look at here, we have the Magician, and the Magician next to it is also upside down. Notice how many upside down cards are here. A lot of a lot of challenges, threats, a lot of obstacles, difficulties for Japan. And then we have the King of Swords here talking about confusion, and then we have the Magician upside down. Things get stuck, get stagnant, things are not moving, and they're confused in which instrument, let's put it like that, use which kind of technique to implement in order to improve the economy. They're going to be confused, they don't know what to do. And then by the last trimester, the Turkers are saying that things get totally out of hand because there is I don't think the word collapse it is, but empowerment. Things are going to get worse for Japan, especially at the last trimester. When we put this as a vertical or horizontal line, this is what we see. We have things get out of hand, and then we see a real economic, financial problem. Because this is people when they don't, this represent poor people that they don't have anything even to eat. Okay, that's the kind of dynamic that we have here. It's like unemployment. It could be a rise of unemployment. It could be a rise of people that are homeless. It could mean many things. But the economy gets worse. Things get out of hand and the economy worsens. They're worried and there is confusion. They're very worried. They're very preoccupied because they don't have a clue. They have tried technically everything. They are against the wall and they don't know what to do. This creates a very interesting dynamic that they are forced to take a decision. This decision is going to pull out more problems. When I say that it's going to pull out more problems, it means that it's going to bring into attention to the whole country and to the whole world the reality of Japan. The problem, the secret, whatever you want to call it, is going to emerge. It's going to be right there for everyone to see. Okay? Let's go to the other part. Okay, and then we have here, we have the Five of Coins or Pentacles, we have the Eight of Cups and the Page of Wands. And we have the Five of Cups, of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups. This is letting us know that the situation gets really saddening financially, economically for Japan. And what they do more of the same. They go back to the same. So they're not going to change. That's why we have seen here that the problem is not solved, has been stopped, and they keep doing the same thing. They're going back to do the same, more of the same, like some people say, kicking the can. Okay, and there's new projects going on. They're going to start doing new projects. There's something related with the nuclear reactors or nuclear energy, something, a new project involving that. And there's also something related with plane or planes, in Japan. So we have to pay attention. I don't know if this is closely related with Hiroshima, Nagasaki, but there is something along that line, a new project. So we have to pay attention to what this dynamic means for Japan 2015. Okay? That's what we have for Japan 2015. I hope that this helps you, and have a great 2015.